All right, so we had a hot mic moment that was caught the other day. Joy Reid didn't realize that she was being recorded. It was supposed to be when they were cutting to a video, and she said something that raised a bunch of people's eyebrows and also made a bunch of people give her some credit, okay? So let's listen to it, and then we'll break it down for you, and I'll also show you basically her apology where she tries to explain after the fact what went down. So let's dive into it.
Over the weekend, President Biden said he's ready to take action if Congress is serious about solving the border issue.
If that bill were the law today, I'd shut down the border right now and fix it quickly. And Congress needs to get it done.
Starting another fucking war.
So she's talking about Biden and the border, and then you hear her say, while Biden is talking, starting another fucking war. So look, it's actually a little hard to determine, like, what exactly was she saying there, right? Is she saying that Biden is starting another fucking war? Because that is kind of true with what he's doing in Yemen. There's no denying that. Is he saying, because she was talking about Congress there, so is she saying that they're going to be starting another fucking war, like that they have to sign off on it? I'm going to listen to it one more time and see if I could determine. It just seems like a little bit like she was talking about an issue that was separate, and then she brought this in. But let's listen one more time.
Over the weekend, President Biden said he's ready to take action if Congress is serious about solving the border issue.
If that bill were the law today, I'd shut down the border right now and fix it quickly. And Congress needs to get it done.
Starting another fucking war.
I mean, I think what she's saying is Biden is starting another fucking war. And it sounds like she's sort of mocking that and is against that. And to be fair to Joy Reid, I mean, I've disagreed with her colossally in the past, and we've gone after her a number of times. But the fact of the matter is, you go and watch her coverage on Gaza, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. She is not nearly as bad as your average MSNBC host or your average MSNBC viewer. Actually, it's not fair. Maybe the MSNBC viewers are actually more reasonable on this because polls show the Democratic base is actually very sympathetic to Palestinians. In fact, 50% of 2020 Biden voters say Israel's doing a genocide. So, I don't know, based Joy Reid here? It might be based Joy Reid. She's saying start another fucking war. Look, I'll go a step further. Whether she's talking about Congress signing off on the Yemen war and starting it, or Biden starting it and doing it himself, either way, it's like, if you're going after them for that, I agree. Now, of course, the elephant in the room, though, is what? You know, her coverage on Gaza has been good. I'll give her that. But, like, you know, there's signs here that she would go further in her criticism of Biden. That she would, I mean, we covered a thing recently where she compared Biden to LBJ, and I thought that was a very good segment, and she was sort of throwing him under the bus, which was correct to do. But what she's showing here is perhaps she's hiding her power level a little bit, right? Perhaps if she was keeping it totally real on air, she would be railing against Biden for starting an illegal war in Yemen. She would be railing against Biden for the total blank check green light support to Netanyahu to do a genocide in Gaza. I mean, that's my takeaway. Is it looks like she's hiding her power level, but I want to tell her, let it all hang out. Now, look, are you taking a risk doing that? Absolutely. We saw how MSNBC reacted in the wake of October 7th and the weeks thereafter, that basically all of the Muslim hosts got thrown under the bus to one extent or another. Now, eventually they were brought back, but clearly there was an attempt there to don't go too extreme, don't go too pro-Palestinian. Let's be careful here. So MSNBC has shown a track record of like, look, we're not going to accept certain kinds of criticism of the Democrats, of Joe Biden. MSNBC is indeed the Democratic Party propaganda network. That's what they are. But what this shows here is maybe her true feelings are much more critical of Biden than she's letting on here. So I want her to let it all hang out. I want her to speak her mind. I want her to tell the truth. If indeed she looks at what's happening in Yemen and she goes, this is unconscionable. What the hell are you doing? The Houthis were clear. If Netanyahu stops doing a genocide in Gaza, we stop seizing ships on the Red Sea. So, okay, you want to stop all the fuckery on the Red Sea? We know exactly how to do it. Seems like she might know all this. So she comes out after and she gives, I don't know if it's an apology or just like explains what happened, but let's see.
Before we go, I just want to apologize very quickly. I was chatting during a clip that was playing, and, you know, we try to keep this show very PG-13, so I just want to apologize to anyone who was listening to my behind-the-scenes chatter. Deeply, deeply apologize for that, because, you know, it's PG-13 up around here. So thank you to you all for watching the video.
All right. Well, that's interesting because of what she didn't say. She didn't say anything addressing the substance. You know, she didn't say, yeah, I was criticizing Biden for starting another war and I'll take that back. Or she didn't say any of that. She was just like, yeah, you caught me using some foul language. Oops. Which is kind of a based apology because it's like, yeah, I kind of stand by what I was saying. You could see here an MSNBC brain-wormed individual underneath. She needs to go. If she wants to criticize Biden, that's okay, but she should criticize him for something he actually has done. Which war has he initiated? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The answer is Yemen. Beyond that, the answer is we are arming and funding and backing a literal genocide and ethnic cleansing campaign. We've also done bombing in Syria and Iraq, various Shia militias. So to say something, Jesus Christ. Somebody else says, hate to say it, but mega points to Jar for only apologizing for the F-bomb. Yeah, that's my thoughts too. That's what I think too. Is that this is like, I was criticizing Biden for starting another war. And I'm not going to back off of that. Now, again, let me reiterate this. Joanne Reed, you need to go further. You need to actually criticize him on air in a full segment for starting another war in Yemen. You can do it. I'm telling you, you will sleep much better at night if you maintain your integrity and your honor and your virtue and you speak your mind. You will sleep like a baby if you do that. Does she have it in her? I don't know, man. I mean, the record shows probably not. Although, again, she's been pretty good on Gaza. But, like, I don't know. So, this also makes me curious as to what other MSNBC hosts are potentially hiding their power level. It actually shows it's kind of nefarious because then it shows you guys know what you're doing. You guys know you're doing the rah-rah Democrats, rah-rah Biden most of the time, right? You know what you're doing. I don't know how they'd be able to sleep at night doing that, right? You can give the man credit where he actually deserves it, but when he's doing something like he's doing now, for the love of God, it should be all hands on deck and criticizing him from the left. Because, by the way, also, it's not like people in the administration don't listen to MSNBC. It's not like they don't have power and sway in elite Democratic Party circles, and we need those people to snap out of it and wake up and realize you can't just casually back a genocide, you can't just casually start another war and expect it to go swimmingly for you. It's not. From a moral perspective and a political perspective. All right, so there you have it. Curious what you guys think. Tell me what you think of her slip on air and her apology, and tell me what you think of just how much she's potentially hiding her power level. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.